Has anybody else heard that term, coronavirus? What is that?
It's a virus that's been going around.
Why do you have to keep worrying about viruses?
Why do we have to keep worrying about viruses? I know.
It can spread really quickly.
Yeah.
The questions here are honest.
How did the coronavirus start?
That's a really good question.
Sometimes they're awkwardly blunt.
Should we eat food that comes from China?
There is nothing to worry about when you're
But they're
going
never
into a
brushed
Chinese
aside.
restaurant.
Like, I wonder if they run out of food and then they can't leave their house or something.
Yeah, I wonder that too. And so I wonder if the grocery stores are still open.
These kids are textbook examples of how rumor and half-truths can slosh around in a child's mind
How much do people get sick?
and come out looking pretty scary. The first time 11-year-old Samantha Shannon heard about the coronavirus,
My friend came to school and he started saying, "Nobody touch me, nobody touch me,"
Why was he saying that?
because he heard about it on the news.
He heard about it on the news.
Yeah.
And that was the first time you heard about it?
Yeah.
When he said, "Don't touch me."
Yeah.
and a similar startle for 8-year-old Kale. He's only in grade 3, but the things his friends say they've seen on TV.
Doctors had like this white suit, like, you know, to get like wasps.
Yeah, like a full protective suit all
Yeah,
over their bodies.
and they were fixing like the person.
And how did you feel when you saw that?
I felt like it might get viral around places and it might come to new places and spread, like Quebec, Canada, New Jersey, Ottawa.
All those places. It sounds like you were a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Fact is, for many kids, their first exposure to the coronavirus isn't from what's overheard among grown-ups. It's from other kids.
What were the kinds of things they were saying?
They're just like, the coronavirus is going out. Somebody ate a bat.
Someone ate a bat.
Yeah, because of a snake. The snake ate the bat, and then it just kept going on.
It's at this point Kelly Farrell steps in.
They'll hear something on the news and they'll come to school the next day and say, you know, I heard that we're all gonna die. We're all gonna get a virus. And I'm like, where'd you hear that? Let's talk about that. Sebastian, can you come
She's the director at this school, and lately she's been doing a lot of talking, but also listening.
I think kids feel what we portray to them. And so they knew that people were getting worked up about it. People were talking about it a lot. And so they were worried because they felt the worry of other people. But they didn't know why they had to be worried.
I wonder, I mean, these are young kids.
Yeah.
Is there a part of this where it feels like they're almost too young to learn about the coronavirus?
I don't think so. I think we have to give them the information at a level that's accessible to them. They have a lot of trouble differentiating between what is a rumor and what is fact. And the more we talk about it and the more we teach them how to differentiate that, the better they become at it.
And there's more to this than just helping kids feel better. Consider what 13-year-old Daniela told me about one of her friends who's Chinese.
He was getting bullied and everybody was saying like that he shouldn't be here, he should go, and everybody was like not going near him or talking to him. So he was like really lonely, and like I stood up for him with all the people and like told them that it's not all Chinese people that have the coronavirus.
And how did you know that?
I've kind of like researched, because I don't know, I get pretty worried about that stuff, but when I know more about it, I don't get as worried.
And so why do you think some of the other kids were acting the way they were acting? Either being afraid or bullying other kids because they think maybe they have the virus?
I think because they just don't know about like what's happening, and they're just, I don't know, they might be trying to like act cool like they know about it or like make conversation, I guess, and they're just scared maybe.
Call it the wisdom of a 13-year-old, but one who clearly feels best prepared for the world when grown-ups loop her in.
They're going to hear about it anyway. So I think we need to all recognize that they hear a lot more than we think they do. So if they have a question, answer it.
Does it help when you guys talk about it?
Yeah.
Like, why does it help? How does it help?
Because when you talk about it, you get, you know what's happening about the whole thing.
And what would you want to tell grown-ups about how they should be talking to kids like you?
I feel like they should just like be straight up, because kids Kids can take a lot. They're not weak in the sense that parents think that we are, and that
You
we
can
should
handle it.
Yeah, we can handle it. So.
And the funny thing is, the more weight these kids are allowed to carry on their shoulders, the more they seem to feel free to just be a kid.